So, motherfuckers, so I'm thinking about making a sort of a Gmod clone in a way. And I'm just going to make this over a course of like every once in a while, I'll just make an hour long video or so. I think I might not have any editing in it, but I might edit. I don't know. Maybe if like there's like just some blank space, I'll just edit them out. But it'll be mostly like, just like straightforward. You'll see like every step I'm doing. And I'll talk through with it mostly live. You can hear me drinking this iced tea. But yeah, I don't know if you can really hear it. There's no ice in there right now. I think it all melted. But yeah, as you see, I already made a couple textures. It's a couple development textures. I was just messing with the repeats. I definitely want to repeat. But yeah. But yeah, for now, I'm instead of like making a level like normal, I'm gonna use this thing called Trenchbroom. That's what I'm gonna start off with. So basically, I want to go to that motherfucking thing, the asset library. That's where it is, and I'll look up Godot. Where's Godot? It's not coming over Godot. Come on, search. There it is. Okay, so download that, and I'll install it. I just want everything. It's really motherfucking cool. Like, you don't know how easy it makes a lot of map making. Okay, so I already made a folder that's under Godot. So it already has source. And I want to make another folder that goes to map. Let's do a new folder. Say maps. Okay. And I remember there's something I gotta do when it comes to maps. Let's see. I'll go to my other project real quick. And I'll show you basically like a basic setup. I know I'm showing actually my main project. But yeah. So maps. You do want to have this autosave folder, I guess. That's what you want to make. So let's make a folder called autosave in the maps folder. Okay. That's where our maps are going to be. These are just a bunch of maps I have from the other one. And look, I have a ton. These are like all ones that I'll probably throw away by the time I release my game. But yeah. Okay, so, but it comes in really handy. And here we're going to just have a bunch of maps and we're not going to really worry too much about organization. Because I don't know if I'm going to really release this anywhere, or if I did, it'd probably just be for free. If I just put it on itch.io or something. But yeah. Okay, so, yeah, right here, I have in this folder, let's see. So I have in my Godot videos, Gmod, and yeah. So I have the add-ons, Godot, I have maps, and textures. If you notice, there's a textures and a base. So those two textures I had, let's see, I'm going to move them. Boom, boom. Just copy them by, before I delete them and fuck everything up. Okay. Let's go to textures. I'll put them in the base folder. I can put them in a different folder. Say, user. I'll just name them user for now. Okay. Or maybe I should just name it dev. I don't know. Dev. Before Godot tries to import it. Okay. So now it's already in there. I got textures, dev, everything. Okay. So, let's go. We can make a basic map in Trenchbroom. Let's make a basic map. This is just to start off the thing. I haven't really done a lot of the coding yet for the character. So this is probably kind of stupid. I like going to a size of 2 most of the time. It's all nice and small. And I make a basic 16 by 16. That's my base size. Okay. And let's go right here. So I'm going to make the floor first. Okay. And right here you have to go into face. And I think... Wait, first I gotta go into Trenchbroom and I gotta reset the thing. Because it's looking for a different texture folder. Okay, new map. So I already have one set up. I don't want to mess up that. So I'll probably make a different configuration. I think that just points to that. Yeah. So it makes a map just for that. But I wanted to go to the other one. Okay, so we go to D, go through here. I want to go Gmod. Plant my Godot folder. Damn, what was it? Well, I'll just copy my path and just put it in there. Let's go right here. Okay. Okay, now I know it's pointing to the right one. Okay. Now I'll find the right one. Go look for a texture. Whoops. Let's see if it finds the textures. Yeah, damn, right there. So now it has both of my textures I just made. Okay. This is much better than grid maps in Godot. I just gotta say that this is like a worlds of bet, just amazing. And if you could compare with, like, usually what I might do, what I think is a good idea, is to pair this with like Blender or something. Like once you're done making the base level, then you could go through with Blender and add some more stuff to it. Okay, so let's make this. Okay. So I usually do is just say 0, 0, and I like to say 0.0625. This will make it less, like that. Okay. Boom. It's all fucked up, but yeah. Something though. I don't know if it's good for telling where the thing is. So let's make it 128 and 128, and that will make it correct, I think. Let's see. No, that's wrong on the y-axis, so yeah. Okay, so all the faces are kind of different. I think I fucked up on this texture. Okay, so I fucked up on the texture, but yeah. So we're just gonna keep reusing this cube everywhere, and this will be like our base, like floor or something. So we can just make like a basic map real quick, just for like just testing out our character and how it moves. So you may want to test out how it moves on slopes and stuff. But let's make it about 10 tiles, about 5 tiles this way. Let's make it about 5 tiles this way too. Let's just join them both together. Okay. Let's make it about a width of like, it's a short little 5x5 map. This might be 11 by 9 or something, I don't know. But don't matter. See, 160. Let's make that 160 as well. Might be a little off, but I don't really care. Let's see. Let's make it centered. Or about centered. Boom. Okay, so now let's make some walls. Both of them are kind of like developed kind of the same. So I'm guessing if I did that, yeah, that worked fine. Okay, so now got that. So it's 16. So these will be like the walls of the level. And let's go like right here. You can also go in this 2D view and edit here. Let's go make it about 96. 16 right here. So something like this, even like some of this simple, would take much longer if you use Godot's grid map And this thing is much better. I used to use a grid map all the time, and I thought it was amazing. But I remember it just took so long to do simple stuff. And this is just much better. Okay. Nothing against a grid map or anything. It's great for testing. But I like using this so much. Okay, so we can just do this. We can make like a little outside level. But for now, I just want to close off the level and stuff and just make it. I'm not going to make a ceiling. And okay, let's go. Okay, so this is what's more fucking cool. So we just find our folder. Go over here. Go to Godot videos. Right here. And go to add-ons, Qodot, maps. And now we can save our map right here. Dev test. And I'll just name it .map. Let's name it Dev Test Playground or something. I don't know. It's some bullshit like name. Kind of sounds like a Valve map name. I gotta test if it's recording. It is. Okay. So right here we already have our map set up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our empty scene. Let's go to 3D. We're gonna make a new 3D scene. What I like to do, I like to say Godot. I didn't do it. I think I gotta reload Godot. Let me see. I don't need to save this. Let's go to Gomo. Okay. Make a new 3D scene. Let's see if I save this time. It's not doing it. Damn it. Okay, so for some reason I can't find the Godot node. Let me see. So if you ever get stuck on something, you can always go right here. Where is it? Custom introduction. So this will be in I gotta accept the plugins. Okay. So I gotta go plugins. Enable. Now I think I can make a Godot node. Godot map, and then you just point the map to your add-ons, Godot, and let's go to maps, dev test, and where you need to make, you see where your textures is, you have to go to add-ons, Godot, textures, and then just put it right here to the base folder, not the base folder, I mean just the textures folder. It'll get all those, and then what you do is you just hit full build, and now we got our level. It's motherfucking sweet. And see, look, it's all nice and UV mapped and everything based on how Trenchbroom does it. And right here, we already got it. And what I like doing is I like to, I'll just name it levels. And this will be, let's just name it dev tests. And this will be, so I like to make the Godot maps be underscores in lowercase, so that way you can tell the difference between that and a real level. I know it's not like, I don't know, this is just my personal preference, because that way you could tell that this is what you're going to use in your actual level. This keeps it more organized, so that way you don't have to do all this. And also have a little plugin built in that's not activated actually. Yeah, my plugins aren't activated from my other game. But yeah, I guess it's on a project basis, which I did not know actually about Godot. But yeah. Okay. So that doesn't matter. But yeah. Okay, so let's go 3D scene. And now I'm going to make this dev test playground. So this is my naming convention. I just make the actual levels have like be capitalized. Camel case style, how you do not camel case, but how you do classes like in Java or something. And let's instance that scene, dev test playground. Now we got it. I forgot to name it. let's name it dev test playground. So that way, if we instance it again, it will automatically be renamed. I'm just going to copy that. Just put it right here. Okay. We can save everything. And now we're going to add the player. And now we have the player in there. So whatever changes we do, they'll be able to move around in here. So this is a big ass level. But the player will be able to move around and mess around. So this is going to be our area to mess around and test stuff in. Okay. So right now we just have an empty player script. I'm just going to make some basic stuff. First I'll like maybe make the player able to look around and move. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just make a little function for that. Func unhandled input. Let's make it if event is mouse input mouse. What was it? I'm getting confused with Java names. Dot mouse is input mouse. What the hell, man? What the hell is it called? I guess I gotta look it up. Mouse motion Godot input. Input event mouse motion. Okay. Mouse. For some reason I did not want to see that. Okay. Event is that. Then a colon. And then we are gonna rotate X by the Y value, and this is going to be the camera. No. Yes. Camera dot rotate X. This will be event dot Y. This will be negative event dot Y. And we're going to have some type of sensitivity. I'll just make an export variable. Export float var mouse sensitivity 3.07 mouse sensitivity. And we're going to change the pivot dot rotate Y. And then make it event dot X times mouse sensitivity. And we're going to times that by -1. Okay. And up here we're going to have our func physics process. And we need to add some key bindings. So let's name it forward, backward, left, right, something like that. I like making them all caps. I don't know why. Okay, so forward is W, backward is S, left is A, and right is D. Boom. Okay. Let's do that. Oh, if input dot is key pressed, is action pressed, I mean, and then forward is met. Okay. Backward, left, right. Okay, so we're gonna move the character forward. We're gonna say camera. We're gonna get the camera dot global transform dot basis dot z, and then we're gonna make a little move vector for our move vec 3. Let's make move vec. We need to reset it every time. 3.0. Set to 0 every time. We're gonna make the move vec minus equals to that because the camera moves backwards. Okay, so I'm just gonna put right here, right here, right here. Let's do plus. For left it'll be minus, for right it'll be plus. And these will both be x's instead. That's the only problem with using auto completion. Okay. And boom, I think that'll be all of our basic controls. So we're going to select that one scene that we made, the level, and do this, the normal case one. Index y dot y. Oh yeah, dot relative dot y relative dot. Whoops, already had a dot right there. I need a dot over there. Okay. Boom, motherfucker. Okay, now you can see we're already doing something. I'm not going to use move inside because I'm an idiot. Okay. I think move inside already uses delta, so we don't need to use delta. And let's use, let's make a velocity vector. And let's just set velocity equals move vec dot normalized, and maybe make a speed variable, export float var speed equals 9.0. I like making 9 times speed. That way it moves the same in all the directions we press. So if we press like forward and left at the same time, it won't move faster. It'll always move at a speed of 1, or a speed of 9, basically, since we're times that by speed. And right here we're gonna say velocity up directions vector 3 dot up, and then false on move, stop on slope. Or maybe we could say true. I don't know. Let's do that. Or not. False. Okay. So let's play shit. Okay. Now we can move. We're moving in any direction we want. This could be like a noclip mode or something. I don't know. That's pretty fucking sweet, if you ask me. But yeah. So this is just like basic camera controls. And we can make like a toggle for gravity. So let's do noclip. Just this is just from my Gmod days. Yeah. Let's do V. It's always 1. It's always V. Okay, so we don't need anything special for this. Like input. So we don't want that to be in physics process. We want this to just be whenever we press V. Okay. So if input, we say event dot is action pressed. Let's say noclip. That's why I like making it capitalized. It just sticks out. Okay, so if that's clipped, then we're going to enable gravity. Let's make a boolean. Gravity enabled equals to false. Let's make it false by default. And Let's do gravity equals not gravity enabled. And we should probably make another Boolean variable. Grav no clip button held false by default, and not no clip button held, no clip button held true. Oh, whoops, I'm so used to doing that when I'm defining things. Okay, so else no clip button equals false. Say elif. Let's do the opposite, just to make sure it's actually working. Okay. Elif not. Okay. So that only happened whenever we press a key on a keyboard or any freaking input possible. To Godot, it's not happening on every frame like physics process is. Okay. See where we are on the video. Okay, so I still got a while to go, because I want to do about an hour per video each day. Yeah. Okay, so let's see this. Well, actually, I'm not really testing it. Let's see. Okay, so we have gravity enabled, and we need to check if it's working. So okay, if gravity enabled, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this instead. So movevec equals to movevec dot normalized times speed, and then we're going to set velocity dot x equals movevec dot x, and velocity dot z equals to movevec dot z, because then we only want the move vector to affect the x and z axis. We don't want it to affect the y axis. And then we're going to check if is on floor, set velocity dot y equals to 0, so that way it resets, and else velocity dot y minus equals to let's make gravity a variable, because maybe we want to change it in settings later. Let's just make it about 30 by default, and let's go minus equals to gravity times delta, and that way we're not because this is we don't want this to happen like too dramatically. Like, I think this does get affected by a delta, but we want this calculation to get affected by delta. I'm not sure. I think we should do it this way though, because if every time I don't times by delta, it feels so fucking weird. Okay, let's see if this works. No, we're still moving. Oh, because I'm doing this. Okay, so say else. We're not worried about gravity. Still moving. Oh, there we go. See, look, now we're moving like this. Now we have kind of a no clip mode. Probably want to like phase through objects. I don't know. This is kind of cool though too, to be able to collide with stuff while flying around. So maybe we'll make that the grab button instead of the no clip button. I like that better. Grav. Okay, now we gotta change that. And here, Grav. Luckily, we're at the beginning of a project. I would never do that in a project where it's like going nuts. Okay. May I just make a new input? So V-button will turn off and on that. Let's make the G. Maybe we should make it the G button. I don't know. Maybe the V button is like full on no clip mode. Maybe it doesn't activate gravity though. Let's do that. That sounds fun actually. Let's make it G instead. Make it G. And that'll be G instead. That's what's nice about... So, let's say if we had 30 different things that depended on that gravity thing. Then, if we are able to switch a key, and it switches all of them at once. So, that's why you want to use this type of thing over, like, some, like, is key press. Because is key press is static. You're kind of hard-coding it that it's only relying on that motherfucking key. So, let's go right here. So, we're going to make no clip be a different option. And this will be V. Okay. So that's what it'll be if event dot is key press is action pressed. Let's make it no clip. And let's make a different array, different boolean for that. Let's make it instead of no clip button. Let's go through and I'm gonna replace all these. Grav button held. Let's just replace all. Match case, whole words. Replace all. Okay. So now it'll be fine. Let's make this the gravity block. And this will be the no clip block. This will be false. Okay. Both of those will be false by default. Let's go like this. Say no clip equals true and no clip button held equals true and not no clip button held. Let's say elif, copy that block. Well, let's copy this one. No, let's copy this one. If not, and that's true, say no clip button held equals to false. That might be problematic, but I don't know. Might want to check the every frame. I don't know. Oh man. I don't know. We'll see if it works just fine. Maybe problematic actually. I just thought about it. Okay. So instead of doing no clip, let's do no clip equals to not no clip. Let's do... I don't think we actually need this, but I don't know. Collision shape dot disabled equals to no clip. Maybe that way we could actually keep track of no clip instead of having to call collision shape dot disabled every time. Okay. So that only happen when you actually press it. Okay. Let's see. Boom, motherfucker. Now we collide with walls. We press G, we can't float. Now we could actually fly, and we still collide, but when we press V, we're colliding now. Oh, this is going to be fun. Watch, wait. Whoa! That's cool. That's cool. Maybe that's not such a good idea now. Now I think about it. The hell is that down there? Okay. Maybe it's not such a good idea. Hey, maybe no clip should be tied to when gravity's not true. Okay. Let's make it the same as whatever gravity enabled is. Disabled equals a. Let's see if this works first. Whoops. Enabled. Let's see this. It's the opposite of what we want. Okay. So we're gonna say not. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking I might be overthinking it. But yeah. Let's see. That's perfect. Okay, now I just gotta solve the problem. Gravity enabled. That should be by default set to true. This will be false. I should probably set this right here. Whoops. Because it will always be the opposite of what we want gravity enabled to be. So that way I don't have to use that not. That'll probably be faster. Okay, so it's probably better that we only have collision enabled when we have gravity enabled. Otherwise, you just fall through the whole entire motherfucking map. Okay. So, let me see. So, no clip. Let's get rid of that. Or let's just... V. Okay. I think that's fine. We can just call it grav. I like it on V better. It just feels so much more natural. That's cool. And we can do a lot of stuff with this idea, actually. But yeah. I digress. Okay. So we got our nice sky. And also, one thing I do want to do. Mouse mode. What the hell was it? What was it? Mouse mode to mouse mode captured. Always like that the best. That way you could actually look around. Okay. But I should also make an exit button or maybe a little exit menu or something. Something small. I could probably make a little menu or something. I don't know. Should we make it tied to the player or to the level? I don't know. It might take too long to make a menu. For now, I could just make a little thing just in case a player script fucks up or something. What I could do is I can make a little general scene. This is globals. Let's make a little script. So let's be in the res. Save this in the res. Boom, motherfucker. Now right here. Say func input event. Say if let's make an exit game one. Game. Let's do escape for now. We could change that later to a pause. Input it I'll just keep it consistent. Event dot is action pressed. Let's do exit game. Oops. Let's say get tree and then dot quit. I'm not getting it yet. Probably because I haven't made a singleton. Whoops. Let's go to auto load. Let's load globals. Add. It's already enabled. Alright. That closes it. Okay. Now we can look around all nice. We don't have to worry about moving the mouse out of the screen constantly. And now it feels more fucking natural. Okay. We could probably gravity's enabled and we're on the floor. Else, let's make it a little bit faster. So that way you can like flow around faster. When you go on the floor, you're stuck to the game speed. Okay. Let's make a little sprinting button. I just want to get all the controls all like set up. Okay. So let's name it sprint. Add it. Make it shift. And boom. Now we got our shift button. Still got a bit. I wonder if I could get some more done. Let's go. Alright. So we want our shift button to be held down. It might feel better if it's in here. Input dot is action pressed. Let's do sprint. And this is let's do it right here. Let's do move vec dot equals to move vec dot normalized times speed times 2. Let's make a sprint multiplier. I think that'll be better. Okay. Export float bar sprint mult equals to, let's say 2.0. Okay, so this will be sprint mult else we just have it equal to that. This way we don't need to keep resetting this. And we could also just have move vec. So that way it could go even faster. Let's do times 2.0. So when you're in the air, we getting these controls motherfucking down. Oh wait, also I want to check this. Now you go hella fast in the air. It's going like 4 times the speed. It's probably like 36. Okay. Okay. So we probably want to make some acceleration when we're in the air or something, so that way we could really like get down and dirty with all the stuff. But we want to be able to spawn some props and everything. We want to be able to do some stuff, have some fun, and we'll probably like make a whole like maybe I don't know if the assets folder. Yeah, main assets. That'll be like where all the like objects are stored. And yeah, that'll be some stuff in there. We can make the first one. Who knows? Um, Objects. Let's make objects here. That'll be your folder. Let's make a new folder in within it. Save it. Physics. Basically put them in the categories. Let's make it new folder static. Those will be our first two categories, physics and static. So these ones will be like rigid bodies. These ones will just be like normal ones. Okay. So we got all that going on. Let's go. Let's not do that right now. Let's still like we need to keep focusing on the player for now. Okay, let's make a little jump button. Now make it space. Okay. So if we're floating around, the jump button's not really good. Do anything. Maybe should just move up. That'll just be by the global.transform.basis.y. That's what we'll do. So we can make it like that. If input is key is action pressed, let's say jump. We want it to be held down when you're in the air, so it'll act differently when you're in the air. And let's see, velocity plus equals to global transform dot base. No. This will be the pivot camera dot global transform dot basis dot y. See this. Okay, so it doesn't work when you're on the ground, of course. Oh yeah, baby. Whoa. Okay, so we also want to be times speed. And let's say yeah. It's motherfucking sweet. Gimbal lock, motherfucker. Well, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do gimbal lock. What the fuck? Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. So probably we need to limit. We need to clamp the amount that they could rotate on the X. So I forgot how to do that, so I'm gonna refer to one of my old projects. Okay, let's see. Let's go 3D land. This is my project. Okay. It's taking a little bit of load. It's a big boy. C player. Let's go to my script. A little separate function. So we clamp. Rotation.x. Oh, so we want to do it that way. Okay, that makes sense. So we probably want to do it that way. This is going to throw some errors for now, but let's do it like this. Okay, so camera.rotate.x. So we just have basically this line. That's fine. We'll replace with that. Okay, so we have that. We're getting our camera, so we're just gonna replace that with pivot camera rotation.x. Instead of that, it'll just be negative. We can make Let's make it an export variable so we can experiment. Max vert clamp equals to, let's say, negative 1.5. I feel like that's a good one to go. And this will be down, up. That'll just be the defaults. Max vert clamp down. Max vert clamp up. And that will be what we clamp between, but we also still need to replace it with this. I used a reference in the last one. Okay. So that way we don't look all crazy. Look. Boom. That's actually perfect. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Whoa! 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 That's so fun. Okay. Now we need to make the jump actually do something when you're not, when you're actually on the floor. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna probably make a couple timers. Okay, so for now we could probably just like test. Let's do it like this for now. I remember I made a video on this a while ago, and I'll probably look at that. I'm gonna look at my own video and copy off of this shit. Professionalism. I probably won't do that this time. This is probably just a sign that I should probably just focus on something else, and I'll just do this outside. So just watch the video I have on jumping, but for now I'll just like go against what I did. I don't want to keep showing off my code for that. Okay. Let's just go right here. So if we're on the floor, that's the only time we want to jump. So we're not gonna like do this. Okay. So if input is action pressed jump, then we're gonna say velocity dot y is equal to jump speed. Var jump speed. This is set to also 9 for now. I don't know. That's a good one. Say jump speed else velocity is equal to 0. So right now it's just constantly jumping. It's not testing if you have it held down, which is probably something we could like take care of real quick. And also want a bit higher. Let's make it 18. Okay. It'll probably feel a little floaty if I do that though for now. So let's do 12. Okay. Let's see. So we probably want if jump button held. Button held. Let's say false. Jump button held. Jump button held equals to true. And this will be, let's make an elif. This will be not input dot action pressed. So you jump. This might be a bad idea. Fuck it, I'll do it anyway. Jump but held We're gonna set this jump button held equals to true, false. See if this works. Boom, motherfucker. So we got our basic controls motherfucking going. It does feel a little floaty and it feels a little sticky too. But yeah. But we could fix that later. And I'll make it all nice. But if you want to see how I do it, just go behind the scenes. I'm gonna take some notes so that next time we go on this, then I'll actually have it down and I'll be able to type it out right in front of you. But for now, do I have enough time? We can make a basic object that we could spawn or something. I don't know. Let's just make it Q for now. If we press Q, then it'll spawn an object. That's what we want to do. Okay, so let's make a new scene. Let's name it. Let's make it rigid body instead. I don't know why I did this. Change type. Let's say rigid body. Let's make a little physics object. Let's make a box. And let's make a mesh instance. Let's make a box. 1, 1, 1. And let's make a material. Not shader material. Spatial material. Let's just make it a solid color. Let's go like that. That looks nice. And let's, no texture. Okay. And then I'm going to click on this. Make a tri-mesh collision sibling. Doesn't like it. Oh, it doesn't support any mode other than static. Let's go this in. Like a single convex collision. See. Okay. That's better. I know it's really lazy to do it that way, but I'm feeling pretty lazy right now. But yeah. Okay. So I don't know if we need any code attached to this for now. Let's make it like this. This will be assets, level, player. This will be an objects, physics box, and let's just make a const. Something like that. Maybe we want like a little singleton to handle a lot of objects. I'm not sure. But for now, let's just put in the player class. Box equals to preload. Let's just preload all of it. And we're going to get the path. And I forgot to put in quotes. Okay. Now we have that all nice and preloaded. So we're going to make a little function if the player presses Q. And I'm going to call it object menu for now. But it's not going to be object menu. Well, I'm making an object menu for later. Okay. So let's see. So we're going to make this an input. If event dot is action pressed, let's say object menu, and not, let's make another variable, object menu held false, not object menu held. And we'll set object menu held, of course, to true. And we'll make a little function. Func spawn object. Let's just make it var object equals a new. No, wait. This is instance. We want to make it box.instance. And then we're going to make this. we're gonna add it as a child. No, we're gonna get our parent, add child, and make object. Okay, so what we probably want to do as well is somehow tell it where we want it to go, but let's just make it in front of the player, wherever the player is looking. Okay. This will be once it's on the tree. Let's say object dot global transform equals to. Let's make it transform instead. Nah, let's make it global transform. Let's make it equal to global transform of player plus camera global transform basis z or minus, I mean. And this will be, is there a tab? And this will be yeah, fuck it, it'll just be like 1 unit ahead of the player. Oh yeah, I didn't call a function. Say spawn object. And let's say, let's do this similar type of elif. And this will be boom and not menu held equals false. Oh yeah, whoops. I'm a dummy. In dot origin. Okay. Now we are able to spawn more fucking cubes. Boom, motherfucker, boom. So fun fucking with this shit. Let's see. Whoa! That's awesome, huh? Okay, so now we got some basic cubes spawning. This shit's mo fucking cool. They all have collision. They're all rigid bodies right here. It's gonna probably lag my game out. And see, if you hold it down, it doesn't keep going. That's why I keep doing this. Some are just falling infinitely. Let's go! There you go, way faster than I could possibly go. But yeah. This is so motherfucking cool. Boom, motherfucker! Boom, motherfucker! That's the only problem with kinemag bodies. They don't pay attention to mass. But yeah. So that's just the basics of what we're going to do. So as you can see, I'm already creating objects. I'm just like, I got some basic controls for a player moving around. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to make sure your player can move around nice. As you can see, empty map. Whatever will be on the map is just what we make it. But yeah, this is the dev test playground. So we could probably make some geometry next time. I'll probably make it on the side, outside of the game. Probably like outside the game, that's when I'll make the maps. But I just wanted to show you how to make a basic map in like Trenchbroom. I just wanted to record myself doing it. So that way you know how to do it. And I wanted to like, you know, set it up, set the player up, basically like the basic controls for a player. Just some basic shit. I just kind of came up with a lot of this on the fly, honestly. That's how I usually code a lot of stuff. So if I don't have the best solution, that's why. So if you find a better solution online, I'll definitely change it. I just think that this is a great way to actually be able to like get some like questions out of people, so that if you guys don't know how to do something, I'll make a video on it. And yeah, so if you have any questions and you want to learn how to do something, ask away in the comments. I love hearing it. And I hope that you all enjoyed this video. This is my first time doing it, so it might be a little rough. It might be a little boring. I'll try to be more entertained next time. I'll try to get better every single time I do this. But yeah, this is a little bit of a different change for me, and I hope you enjoyed it.